So my guest today is Julie Coulter Bellon, and I've known Julie for at least over a decade. She helped me learn the rules of good writing, so I'm always indebted to her. Julie is the author of over 24 romantic suspense books. Her book, All Fall Down, won a Rone Award for Best Suspense. Pocketful of Posies won a Rone Honorable Mention for Best Suspense, and The Captain was a Rone Award finalist for Best Suspense. You have several series going. So where do you get these ideas from? What's your inspiration for this stuff? Because you live in Utah. Where do you get, okay, I'm going to write about the military and the espionage and, suspense.
Well, I was a journalism teacher for 13 years for the BYU Continuing Education Department. And so I read a lot of newspapers and ideas were just always in my head, like, well, what if this happened? You see a headline, Osama bin Laden's, was it a grandniece? Anyway, one of his female relatives was trying to take over Al Qaeda. And so in my head, I'm thinking, well, what if that happened? And it just kind of snowballs into a story for me. It's always the what if questions. But what if I was in France and a terrorist organization suddenly took over the hotel I was staying in? Just all these little what if questions running around in my head that turn into stories.
That's a great tip for writers to ask themselves that question. As I think about it, I think a lot of mine, like my recent dystopian one, it was like, what if these things kept going and it happened? And yeah, great tip.